Welcome to the 7th video of our Supply Chain Analytics series. Many organizations experience supply chain disruptions such that the products they ordered are not delivered on time, in full, or in sellable condition. In the first quarter of 2021, many U.S. manufacturing firms were severely hurt by supply disruptions caused in part by congestion, semiconductor shortages, and severe weather conditions. Such disruptions were not limited to the U.S. In March 2021, the blockage of the Suez Canal for 6 days caused supply disruptions in Europe. Contingency strategies to mitigate disruption risks depend on the ownership of the goods during the transshipment. There are standard trade terms used in international trade to describe the ownership structure, referred to as Incoterms. For example, the E and F types of Incoterms allocate more responsibility to the buyer, while the D type allocates more responsibility to the seller. The appropriate contingency strategy depends on which party incurs the cost of the disruption, the buyer or the seller. Contingency strategies can be further divided as speculative or reactive. Building inventory in response to a disruption risk is an example of speculative mitigation strategy. When buyers anticipate a supply disruption, they can build inventory so the risk of inventory shortage is minimized. Alternatively, reserving production capacity with a domestic supplier that can only be used if the orders from the offshore supplier are not delivered on time is an example of a reactive mitigation strategy. If the buyer is not responsible for the disruption during the shipment and the costs of the disruption are compensated by the supplier, the buyer tends to follow the speculative strategy. Otherwise, the buyer tends to follow the reactive strategy. In case of a delivery shortfall, the optimal contingency strategy is less affected by the ownership status of the goods during shipment. However, the buyers incur high costs if they are responsible for the goods during shipment. Decision makers need analytical models to advise them how to mitigate supply risks. The uncertainty modeling approach helps to model the supply risks and price the value of different contingency strategies. Thank you for watching. Please visit our website for updates and for more information on our Supply Chain Analytics book.